I'm gonna cut your dick! I'm gonna cut your dick!
Bungie, founded in 1991. It started out as a small idea founded by Alex Serapian, I think I pronounced that right. I'm bad with names, can't you tell? He's responsible for games like NOP and Operation Desert Storm for Macintosh computers. After those two solo projects, he partnered up with co-founder Jason Jones, who was actually working on his own game called Minotaur. But since the two partnered up now, they released Minotaur, The Labyrinth of Crete, and then they went to work on Pathways into Darkness, which was originally supposed to be a 3D port of Minotaur. However, to the studio's surprise, Pathways was a hit. This is where the company finally found its footing and stuck with it, hiring new people like Doug Zartman and published more games like Myth, Marathon, and Oni. And now, guys, they may not have realized it back then, but their next project was not only gonna revolutionize Bungie itself, but it was about to create a gaming icon. Ladies and gents, Halo Combat Evolved. Now, this was originally going to be a real-time strategy game, cough, and then it went on to a third-person shooter. It also went through numerous renames like Monkey Nuts, and then blam. Were they going to use testicles as bullets? In the year 2000, Microsoft partnered up with Bungie to work on Halo, and thus, Bungie became a new member of the Microsoft gaming division. Halo also got to be one of Xbox's launch titles, and it hit hard. This game alone is probably the biggest reason why the Microsoft Xbox gained a spot in the gaming industry, and thus, the game's main protagonist, Master Chief, became the console's mascot. It heavily revolutionized the FPS genre, and it was first of its kind on consoles since it was hardly a thing nor popular. It became the game on the Xbox. If you didn't have one, you had to at least try it. I actually remember when I first got this game. Well, I'll rephrase that. It was really for my brother. Here's the story. I just remember walking into the kitchen and I see my dad giving my brother the game like it was some good dank kush. Okay, you better not let your mom hear about this, you hear?
I want to die.
I think my brother kept mentioning the game, or my dad wanted to play it too. Either way, I don't know the full reason why he got it. I think he tried to get me into playing it too, but he already knew that I was a Sonic fanatic.
The future is now sealed, future self. I'm gonna force you to like him.
But a while after that, my dad left me. But a while after that, my mom did eventually find out. She went on how the game was too violent for us, which I don't disagree with her one bit. It is, it's not exactly E-rated now, is it? Also, I do remember her making a big deal about Cortana at one point. Jordan, you know you shouldn't be looking at what is obviously a naked woman. Look at her boobs are drooping.
What's a boobs?
Don't worry about it. Go back to watching your Disney cartoons, which will obviously not cloud your mind with such lustful filth.
Every last inch of me's covered with hair.
No one gets like Gaston.
I just found the whole thing funny. Love you, Mom. Anyway, FPSs aren't exactly my cup of tea, but whenever I am in the mood for them, I usually go with Halo. It's a property I'm more familiar with, and one that isn't filled with DLC, microtransactions, loot boxes, and unbalanced exploits. Or the early Halo games at least. I'm not sure about these guys. But what is it about Combat Evolved that makes it so special? Well, how's about we find out, y'all? Let's get down and funky with Halo Combat Evolved. We start off the game in a space fortress known as the Pillar of Autumn. It turns out the alien race known as the Covenant are on the move and making their way into the ship. Captain Keyes and Cortana decides it's right about that time to awaken their ultimate weapon, a cyborg known as Spartan 117, or shall we call him Master Chief. As the troops prepare themselves for the invasion, we wake up from the cryotube and we're given a brief yet simple tutorial on how the game works. We get introduced to the controls, the inverted aiming, and the game's health, which is the shield, but we'll get to that in just a second. But now it's too late. The alien dudes are already invading our gym jams and we gotta bust loose out of here. Oh no, you're dead. Idiot. And now we get to see Side Mouth McGee, who tells us what the ruckus is all about. But what's really important is her. So perfect, so intelligent, so gorgeous, and her voice is so sweet to listen to. I'm thirsty over a computer, guys. But in actuality, she is important because her AI chip holds so much classified information about the humans, including Earth. And once they find out about that, well, I guess Area 51 could use more sexy people. But that's not the only thing to worry about though, because there's also this giant ring, whatever this thing is, and Captain Keyes gets the bright idea to land on it, being all like, whatever, a hole's a hole, man.
You're disgusting.
As the Master Chief, it's up to you to defeat the Covenant, protect your comrades, and protect Cortana, but also solve the mystery behind this mysterious ring planet and find out what's really going on here. Literally, what is going on here?
While the Covenant had us locked up in here, I overheard the guards talking about this ring world. They call it Halo.
He said it! He said it!
For what is essentially the first of its kind, the game does offer an interesting and engaging story. There's plenty of plot points one after another, and it's all nicely paced, all nicely stacked, like an egg sandwich with some mayonnaise and dill. The characters are also pretty interesting too. Cortana is the sassy computer AI who gives us intel on what to do next, and she's our overall guide throughout the game. I just love hearing her voice. Wait, scratch that. I just love her. She seems fun to talk to.
Hold on now. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum?
Sergeant Johnson is a huge favorite to many, myself included. He's the one who kicks the fear out of soldiers, gets them back into the fight, and keeps everything in order, while being the occasional chill jokester. I'd grab a drink with this dude any day. As for the soldiers, okay, I'm sorry if this is a very weird way to put it, but they do in fact sound like soldiers, but they really sound like dude bros who hang out in the basement every Friday night playing Halo multiplayer. It's so early 2000s, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, great! Now we're trapped here! We're screwed!
What? There's no Covenant here. I think maybe nobody's home.
Well, let's find it. I wanna go home!
Oh, yeah!
Oh, man! We're trapped in here! We're screwed! We're screwed, man!
As for Captain Keyes, I mean, he would be pretty cool if he stopped dying.
Great job dying, Captain Stupid!
You see, the dialogue and the characters gives this game the extra milk and crackers to the plain, emotionless tomato soup that is the Master Chief. I'm hungry. Despite Master Chief being, well, a brick, he can spark some snarky comments when he wants to. He's pretty much a plain canvas with expensive paint tools, if that makes sense. But why is he just a plain canvas? Because we paint the picture. We see through the eyes of this dude. We fight the bad guys as him, and we go through this expansive, beautiful journey as him. If you ask me, this is a first-person shooter done right the first time. It must have been quite the surprise. For an original Xbox game back in 2001, this must have looked so beautiful, you know? Sure, it looks dated now, but the atmosphere, the aesthetic, and the planets gives it the charm and sense of wonder. I mean, look, you can actually see Halo here. If you don't think this is cool, you're lying. Say what you want about the graphics, I'm not much of a graphics snob anyway, but charm like this never ages in my opinion. I could complain all day long about how the stages in Sonic Heroes is a complete dump of prepare to die. The level's charm is in the atmosphere. It's how it's designed, the mood it gives. And that's something I think Halo nails to a T. But just like I could complain about how the stages in Sonic Heroes feel repetitive as crap, I can say the same in Halo, except it's worse. You really start to see it in the snow level here. You go from these doors to these rooms, and then out of these doors, and you're on a bridge outside. You're in this room again, then you go down here, I go to another door, and then this room again. Also here, where I'm supposed to follow 343 Guilty Spark. You cross this path like 10 times in this level, I swear to God. It also doesn't help that these guys are swarming me, and apparently I have a hitbox the size of a bus.
Lay off, you parasitic
penis sniffers? I think there's around 10 levels in total. Call me out if I'm wrong. I have beat this game before, dozens of times in fact, but I didn't finish it in time for the game take. You see, I'd done my first objective, finding swarms of Flood and Covenant, may I add. I died going to the next one, but I didn't respawn at a checkpoint, no siree. I went a whole objective backwards.
Done.
Sure, call me a quitter. At least I got to play Breath of the Wild now. Ha! I talked on how this game nails atmospheric mood perfectly, but there's one more key component that plays a huge role in getting it done right. I'm talking the music, y'all. Y'all know me on video game OSTs. I'm back on my bullcrap. This is one of the most godlike soundtracks out there, and I want y'all to just sit there, okay? Just sit right where you are. Just sit back, relax, and close your eyes. And now, with your eyes closed, just listen. The feeling of a mystery, something epic and honorable is on the horizon, but it isn't going to be a walk in the park. A fight is yet to be won. Yet there's something even bigger in store for you. Together! Now, in the levels themselves, there's hardly any music. All you hear is peaceful ambience. However, when something big is about to go down, or it's just you versus an army, that's when those drums kick in like da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. You see, that's what makes the music more impactful, more memorable. Something dangerous has entered the battlefield. You're the one they fear, so hightail into the fray and kick some coveted booty. Now finally, let's discuss that gameplay. It's basically the FPS version of those jitterbug phones for baby boomers.
The jitterbug is simple. No camera,
no game. I'm sorry, that joke was easy. Okay, back to serious talk. It is the first FPS like this, so it does feel more simple compared to FPSs today, which I personally heavily enjoy. There's no bare-boned, half-assed story. There's no weapons you unlock by buying the $300 version of the game. The gameplay is all given to you. I mean, yeah, there is local multiplayer, but the campaign is really where it's at. That's the meat of the game, and that's what makes the gameplay so much more enjoyable in my opinion. I'm digressing again. Okay, back to the actual gameplay. Pretty much all you're gonna be doing is shooting things. And that's it. You have 2 weapons on you at all times, and you can switch between them with the Y button. You can also trade different weapons too by taking them from your prized kill. I recommend having one heavy gun like the assault rifle, for example. Most if not all the time, you'll be up close and personal with these dudes, so you'll need a pretty beefy short range gun that'll spill those alien insides. As for your second weapon, I recommend either a long range weapon like a sniper rifle or a one-handed gun like the pistol. These are really for more accurate shots and a better chance of getting that one-hit wonder. Bang, bang. There's also the Covenant's plasma weapons you can wield too. Now these aren't just for show or for the sake of variety. I actually highly recommend these because not only do they stagger elites, but they can go through the Jackal's shield like it's nothing. You know, something a little pea shooter can't do. There's also 2 types of grenades you can use too. Frag grenades and plasma grenades. Frag grenades have a shorter fuse, but plasma grenades take longer, but they act more like sticky bombs. As you progress through the game, you will find numerous weapons for all kinds of situations. Sniper rifles, shotguns, and even turrets and vehicles lying around. The vehicles are for traversing the area faster, or if you're in an open plain like this and you need to wipe out an army pronto, the old-fashioned country way. I'm bringing home some dinner, Ma. I hate the South so much. What you'll be finding throughout the game mostly are these vehicles here called Warthogs. But when the game permits, you can control Covenant vehicles like Ghosts and Covenant ships called Banshees. You have this handy HUD right here that'll tell you whenever you pick up ammo, health packs, or if a checkpoint is reached. So it is of high importance that you pay attention to this general area here. It'll even show the objective from time to time. You can find ammo by all this ammo lying around or picking up the same gun as yours off the ground. And the same can be said about these white health packs here. But really, where you'll be finding all of these things at once is through your dead comrades. It's almost like they sacrificed themselves for you. They knew if they couldn't finish the fight, you would. They have faith in you, and they don't want their sacrifice to be in vain. Have fun being dead. The health packs are for your main health bars right here, but what protects them is the shield here. This is what goes down first when damaged, and when it gets low or completely drained, it's best to find some cover and hide until it fills up again, because it is pretty easy to lose health fast, especially if an elite wants to fist you up close. Also, health packs are pretty scarce, and since you are a top dog Spartan, you are expected to do all the shooting for everyone else. Despite the game being all about that shooting and explosions, it does like to shake things up from time to time by the enemy types, the vehicle segments, and the levels. Certain enemies need to be hit at certain spots like hunters. Some levels require stealth, while some requires you to protect Captain Dies-a-Lot McGee. And the music gives this game the feel of epicness. But you also gotta consider, guys, that this game is from 2001, the first huge FPS game. It's amazing on how much they nailed just right as the original Xbox came out, and it's still a fan favorite to many. And of course, guys, the inevitable came forth, and this game got a sequel, Halo 2. Will I be doing a Game Take episode on Halo 2? What do you think? So, in conclusion, Halo Combat Evolved revolutionized a genre and made an icon, and it created so many fond memories among gamers. It set the standard for future FPSs. The original Xbox wouldn't be as popular, or heck, it wouldn't even be around if it wasn't for Halo. Sadly, but honestly as expected, there are plenty of first-person shooters and even third-persons that already improved the formula by now. Heck, Xbox tried again actually. But that doesn't mean that Halo isn't going strong to this very day. As I said, Halo was greenlit as sequel due to the success and groundbreaking formula, and the series just kept on going and going and going. I'm not just talking more sequels, I'm talking movies, miniseries, toys, collectibles. We even got a new game on the horizon called Halo Infinite for Project Scarlet, coming who knows when. And now, I'll leave you with this. Let me digress away from Halo 1 and let me talk about Halo 2 for just a second. Halo 2 didn't change anything drastic from the first one. It only improved on what the first one done right 1,000-fold. How so? Well, we're gonna find out soon, y'all. Stay tuned. Wow, this game take is super duper late. I am so sorry. Now, I could just go with the standard, a lot has happened, you know, but just let me explain, y'all, just for a second here. I'm sorry to announce that the game take episode I was gonna do on Blinks the Time Sweeper with the Nerd Layer, it got delayed. I don't know if he's comfortable with me talking about it, but it is nothing serious. It's nothing bad. The game take episode just got delayed. Simple as that. It will come out eventually. When? I don't know. But it will come out though. Now, another reason why it took me so long is because Breath of the Wild is taking so much of my time. I just love it that much. Basically, I wanted to get a game that I wasn't going to do a game take on. I'm not going to do a game take on Breath of the Wild. I just want a game I could just sit down, relax to, away from the computer, and I could just play almost 2 to 3 hours in. Some kind of stress relief. I'm not going to worry about a game take. I just want to play Zelda with no worries. Again, am I doing a game take episode on Breath of the Wild? No, it's mine, back off. Let me have fun, damn it. I am, honest to God, burned out to hecky. I just want to play games. And that's what I got Breath of the Wild for. Something therapeutic. And hecky is it working. I love this game so much. Again, I just wanted to explain why these episodes took longer to make than usual. But I will be back to my eventual workflow. You'll be seeing videos left and right, I promise. So enough of me babbling. What did you guys think of this video? Hecky, what do you think of Halo Combat Evolved? Be sure to let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and be sure to like, and most importantly, subscribe, because guys, I'm not going anywhere. You'll be seeing me again, and I only get funkier every time. And guys, make sure you ring that bell too, because YouTube ain't gonna notify anybody anymore. Be sure to check out my Twitter at JorGoGo for any more updates of what's going on, and be sure to check out my Patreon if you like what you're watching, and if you want to support the channel, and be sure to check out my TeePublic store if you want to get some funky fresh merch. Links below. And before you ask, yes, I did delete my Instagram. I don't use it anymore. So please don't ask me. So, until we meet again, guys, Be cool, be wild, and be groovy. And remember, Alabama is a complete dump of doo-doo. I am so disappointed in my own state. Okay, good night.